Hey, Edible Lab here, back again with another video. This one's going to be a garden tour. Haven't done one in a little while. Last one was about the beginning of October, and this one's going to be, well, it's about the middle of November at the moment. Anyways, let's get right into it. So, lots been happening. Even though the weather hasn't been incredible, things have properly started growing, and we've had some warm days and then some really cold ones too, so it's a bit frustrating the weather hasn't got going just yet. My Oriental or Asiatic liliums are getting ready to flower soon, which is exciting. This is a kangaroo apple, just volunteer from a seed at the old place, and I potted it up. It's a Australian native related to tomatoes. It's the same genus. In fact, you can graft tomato onto this and use this as a rootstock for tomatoes. In cooler climates, this is much more cold tolerant than tomatoes. This is a perennial plant actually, and it can live for a number of years and grows into a small sort of shrub. It's one of my white sapote seedlings. I've repotted it in my homemade potting mix. It's putting on some new growth. It's looking really good. Back there we've got a finger lime. This is the pink ice variety. It's doing okay. Various things here. Loquat seedlings. Taro. This is Japanese taro. Loquat. This one I grafted myself. The variety I grafted on is Nagasaki Wase. It's a Japanese variety. It's a dragon fruit that's got growing. It's a American beauty cutting, and I've just noticed while filming that, holy smokes, what's happened there? That was not there this morning. Maybe it burnt in the sun or something ate through it. It's impressive though. I've been having issues with caterpillars. There's a lot of caterpillars at the moment. They're a real pain, and the only thing I'm not spraying, although I may consider it, but I don't really want to, so unless it's like something, natural. So I've just been removing them by hand. It's one of my chestnuts that I grew from seed. It's about a year old. Bit over, and it's growing well, that one. Various things. These are orchids. I don't know what type. Australian black apple. It's a native edible Australian fruit that's in the sapote family. And various things back here. Some monstera I'm trying to propagate. Other various random seedlings that may or may not stay. Interesting looking avocado that I grew from seed. The leaves quite interesting. Some cardamom. It's a type of hibiscus. Rosella or Australian native hibiscus. More various things. Blueberry. It's got some fruit, just a few fruit. They'll be ready maybe in about a month. My sapodilla is not, I don't know if it'll come back. I've been, giving it water, so it's moist, but some of it's still green, I think, underneath, but I don't know if it's actually going to come back. These are seedlings of another Australian native edible plant, the appleberry, from this plant, which I have, and it's got fruit on it, as you can see there. I did another video where I tasted the fruit. It was a bit fermented, the one I had, but I'm hoping I can get it at the right time this year. You can also apparently eat them before they're ripe, I think, if you cook them. So I may try that as well. Some little kumquats seedlings. Plum pine, it's another Australian native plant. It's a type of conifer that has a sort of... it's not the fruit, but it's like a... You can eat it. It's got an edible sort of... it looks like a plum because it's got a plum pine. It doesn't really have much flavor though, the one I had. And this is from fruit I ate. It's not really a fruit though. It's like a accessory fruit or something, I think what it's called. Various things in here. My kiwi berry, the Issai variety. It's like the only one that's self-pollinating. It had a flower and I tried to hand pollinate it. Did not set though, but it's growing well. Needs a very shaded position. It hates strong sun. These really need a microclimate to thrive. Then various other things. This is another Australian native plant. It's a syzygium. It's a coulamen, or Syzygium morii. Yeah, nice looking leaves. It's like a rainforest plant. It's endangered in its native area, but yeah, in cultivation it does well too. One of my Pitanga or Suriname cherry seedlings. I don't know if this one's a red or a black. I honestly have forgotten what's what. This is a black one. It's doing well. Various things, apricot seedling, one of my only little tamarillo seedling. My soursop I repotted, and this thing never stops growing. It's looking, yeah, pretty good. It's got all this new growth you can see. Lovely. Love that plant. Davidson's plum, it's another Australian native edible plant. Not really recommended for pot culture. I'm gonna try and find somewhere to put it in the ground, perhaps here or somewhere else. My largest achacha seedling, Bolivian mangosteen, a yellow Jaboticaba, Myrciaria glazioviana. Feijoa I grew from seed, or a pineapple guava. All the caterpillars, they ate all the, it was like coming out with all these new, leaves, and I was so excited, and then they ate everything, and then there was another one another bud, and then that got eaten too. Jackfruit seedlings, they're going well. Coffee. This is the Imperial Star Apple. Another very rare, endangered rainforest tree. This one's native to Brazil, but yeah, it's a Chrysophyllum imperiale. So it's related to the star apple. Same genus. My Myrilinia, which I don't know how it's going. I might look to repot it because I'm worried about root rot. It's not in good potting mix. It's been growing like crazy ever since it started heating up, the weather. But all the new growth's kind of just cooked, and I don't know why. And then there was this, which doesn't look good either, but it's alive. I was going to prune it back, but it keeps on growing, so I'm going to leave it. These were I did some achacha grafting today. Thank you for Bennett Sydney Fruit Gardening. Gave me some scions very kindly from his mature flowering and even holding fruit achacha. Probably, the only one in Sydney that he grew from a seed. It's the Bolwara, or native guava. Another native Australian plant. It's got flower buds on it, but they are not opening yet. But look at that, it's made some new growth. It looks awesome. Nice waxy leaves, they look really beautiful. Then we've got other stuff here. Abiu, they're going okay. Another big jackfruit. This is a Galaxy seedling I bought from Daly's last summer. Kwaimuk doesn't really stop growing either. It's going really well. I'll go around there in a moment. I had to repot my star fruit. I had root rot. I think it may come back though. It's still green. Anyway, we'll see what happens. The Wampy that was flowering, it didn't really set any fruit, so I kind of cut the panicles back, but it's growing. You can see it's putting on new growth here. Apologies if the lighting isn't very good. It's kind of the end of the day when I'm filming this. This is my Grimmel, or large leaf Jaboticaba. I have 2 grafts on this. I don't know if they're ever going to do anything. Maybe they didn't take. But I think Jaboticabas are meant to take forever. So we'll see. Those are both from a mature Grimmel. Canistel is pushing growth now that it's warmer. It's got some new ones. And I was even surprised that the caterpillars ate some of this too. I was like, I wouldn't have thought they would have eaten this one, considering it's so latex. filled. And then I've got the definitely pushing now, if you can see it. There's green there, right there. E4 Abiu grafted onto this canistel. Who knows if that's going to stay on. I repotted my new sugar apple today. It's looking alright in my custom potting mix. It's actually, well, I'll show this in another video before this one comes out, but it's got a flower on it, would you believe it? At this small size. Then my Ilama, the pink Ilama I bought. It seems similar to the soursop in that it just keeps on growing, but it is grafted onto soursop, funnily enough. And this one I'm not repotting just yet. I'm going to let it get a bit more established, or just get used to the Sydney climate. Grimachama, orange Grimachama. This one had root rot and I repotted it. I think I've saved it by doing that. Yeah, mango seedling. This is the Poshti, Annona scleroderma. Again, it's growing well. Really nice new leaves. Looks very similar to soursop, but some of the leaves are massive, like this one. Yeah, look at all that new growth. Considering repotting that as well, and a lot of the more sort of sensitive plants. Brazilian guava, it's looking good, putting on new growth. It's got some flower buds. I think I missed one of them opening. Yeah, like this one. Oh, look, it's set of fruit. Yeah, I think that's gonna hold probably. Ah, nice. So that's a summer crop. So this seems like it can potentially crop 2 times in a year in Sydney. A lot of the other flower buds, there's another flower bud, have not yet opened, but the flowers smell really nice. Oh, there's another flower. That looks like it's maybe set of fruit too. It's exciting. Thing is, I don't know if it's worth getting the summer crop because of fruit fly. The flowers I had in autumn, it ripened in spring, so no fruit fly. Ice cream bean, I pruned it and it's coming back with a vengeance. Look at that. Yeah, don't know what to do with this. It grows so fast. And potted up these new plants I introduced recently, the Myorga ginger and the black taro, the black magic. They're growing well. Other things here, guava seedling, coffee seedlings, pomegranate seedlings I grew from seed, wasabi, there's a pear I grew from seed, here's another taro, nice looking black stems, and then I've got native Atherton raspberry, one of the Australian native raspberries. This one is a thornless variety. Then we've got here, this is the native currant, the Australian native currant, and it's actually got some flowers. The flowers come down like that. I don't know if they're open yet, but that's like one of the flower sort of things. They sort of hang down and then, yeah, it gets the fruit on that. Red hybrid Jaboticaba, it's going well. The other one, the Castada, the Phytrantha, Plinia Phytrantha, is growing well, but these guys, they always get taken by the caterpillars just munching on all the leaves. Like, they'll mature, but it's just your leaves look like crap. It's a bit frustrating. Star apple is going really well. I managed to avoid it taking really any damage over the winter, and it's just, I probably even need to prune it. It's so bushy. I think I need to prune it to give it better air circulation, but it's grown a huge amount and it hasn't shown any signs of stopping. Loquat, this one I grew from seed. I've pruned it so it branches out and it's finally doing that. Again, the caterpillars, but I'm going to graft onto this eventually. My tamarind is finally pushing its buds. Finally. It's taken so long, but finally it's pushing growth. Oh my goodness, I waited forever. Another white sapote seedling. New growth looks a very nice colour. Another thing which has finally got going, and it's grown a huge amount, is the wax jambu. Again, the caterpillars love syzygium, or anything like in the myrtle family, I find. No sign of flowers. Then we've got this guy, rose apple. After its big flush of growth in spring, it's taken a bit of a break, but it's looking really good. Then in there I have some more Suriname cherries, some black ones, some red ones. And if we go around here, we also have jamun, or a jambalaya plum. Again, the caterpillars have eaten some of the leaves, but it's growing well, and I've sort of tied it so it's standing up a bit more straight. Then, just a few more things here. More jackfruit seedlings, various jackfruit seedlings. Ah, this is pushing growth, that's nice. This is cherry of the Rio Grande. And then I've also got in here pitomba, it's looking good. 2 varieties of an Australian native midgeonberry. This one flowered. This one's got, flowers are just starting to open. They're very small. These are a myrtle, in the myrtle family, but they're like a shrub. They make a small berry that's a similar size to a blueberry. Tastes slightly similar, but it has a sort of, it's a sweet flavor. It's a nice, pleasant flavor, I'd say. It tastes a bit almost like a blueberry, but with a bit of a eucalyptus-like flavor. If you know what that is like. These some just, Jaboticaba seedlings, Rollinia seedling, various things, pineapples. Then my one surviving meringue seedling that I was able to get across winter. 2 of them survived winter, the other one recently died, but this one is gone okay. It puts out some new growth. Not expecting it to survive indefinitely though. I showed the jackfruit already. This one is exciting. This is my giant lau lau, or Syzygium megacarpa. Megacarpa meaning giant leaf. So it's recently put out some proper new growth, and look at the size of this leaf. I mean, compare it to my hand, or to my, well, not even my hand, but it's like my whole arm. It's like my forearm, or not my whole forearm, but you know, there we go. Look how big that is. That's ridiculous. And then the thing is though, it seems like it's kind of weak to the wind. Like, we've had so much wind recently and it's been really strong. So this got torn, and this one's sort of deformed. It's like the leaf's intact, but it's kind of just stuck in that orientation. Anyway, despite this being like supposedly quite tropical, it's like from the Pacific, but it took like no cold damage in winter here. So I think as long as you get like, you know, no frost, you can probably grow this. Yeah, and then those ones I already showed, so that's most of the things. If we come down, there's a few more. Not much down here to show. More pineapples. Pineapple. Some random avocado seedlings. Monstera that I cut back, and it's coming back. Looks like it got eaten by something too. Unfortunate story. My Lakucha I do not think is going to come back. I think it got root rot in the past, and then I repotted it, but yeah, there's some garbage on the top, but there's proper potting mix in the bottom, but I just don't think it's coming back. Like, most of it's dead. Yeah, that's like not green, slightly maybe. It's showing not much signs of coming back though. Some Davidson plum seedlings I grew from the mother tree. These need some water. This is a Japanese rock lily. It's got a nice little flower. It looks like a lot like an orchid. What else is there? Well, what I might briefly show is what I've been working on. Here's my grafted Sabra Jaboticaba. After the initial flush in early spring, it hasn't done anything, but hopefully it puts out a flush of new growth at some point across the summer. Those ones seem to be, you know, much slower, whereas the red hybrid and the custard, or the Phatrantha, this one just constantly puts out new growth. Like, you can already see it's got new buds that it's pushing there, so it's constantly growing. as opposed to the Grimmel and that one, which just, you know, do like one flush at a time. And this one, the red hybrid, hasn't put on any growth recently, but it's more similar to the Phaeranthera, that it pushes out growth fairly constantly. But what I'll do, oh, here we got the Acerola Barbados cherry. It's grown a huge amount, and it flowered and did not set fruit because it was warm, and then it flowered and then it got cool again, and so nothing. I think that's just like, it needs to be consistently warm. Maybe it needs more fertilizer. I don't really know, or maybe it's just not, you know, developed enough, but I would have thought it's quite big, so who knows. Anyway, I'm going to go briefly show the veggie garden, and then that'll end off the tour. Right, so we're over at the area of the garden which I've been transforming into a veggie garden slowly. So this is where I've put my peanuts that I recently introduced. There were 4 of them, and we've got one here, one here. These are pretty close together. The other 2 I put further apart, and then various things, lots of beans. I've put one of my chilies there. That's a purple tiger. These are, I sowed maybe a week ago, borlotti beans. They're like dwarf beans. Got some corn here. This is sweet corn. Tomatoes there at the back, and then more beans. Lots and lots of beans. Those are green dwarf beans. These are yellow dwarf beans. I've got purple climbing beans and the borlotti beans as well. So like 4 different types of beans. Some of these ones are starting to flower. The yellow ones. And we've got other stuff in there. Basil for cooking. Sunflower. Habanero chili. This is a yellow cherry tomato, and then I've recently put in some Swiss chard that I grew from seed, and this wasn't really doing anything with. I've got Thai basil, other various things, some spring onion. Then this is where I put in the other peanuts, and I just sort of did this today. Another peanut, and then the other one's all the way over here. So I've put them much further apart, and then I've sown various seeds in here. Some flowers, like sunflowers, which I like. Got some marigolds that I grew from seed. A lot more of the Swiss chard, and then I also put in various, you know, annuals. So I've put in tromboncino, type of like pumpkin zucchini, type of squash, really, which I've never grown, but it seems cool. They're like massive zucchinis, so we'll see how that goes. And there's other various stuff in here, like pumpkin as well, which is yet to germinate. But yeah, we're gonna just see how it goes, and I'll provide updates of, yeah, the veggie garden too at some point as the summer main growing season goes on. But yeah, that's really all for this video. Got new videos in the works all the time, and yeah, look forward to what's coming next. Anyways, until next time.